Figure that I'm on my own, there's no sense for me to quit. What you saying, we don't know. I'm just trying to reach my goals. Heard you snitching, saying that so you can't hang with me no more. What's up, guys? Christian Productions here, and I'm back with another amazing video, man. Now, today, we got P. Diddy, man, the diddler, bro, back in the news again. And this time, it's not for any rumors, it's not for any, allegations or whatever. We got P. Diddy allegedly attacks, drags, ex-girlfriend, and shocking new video. Now, viewer discretion is advised because, like I said, it is a video. It's like a security cam type thing. So, it's going to be disturbing for some viewers. But we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. It was uploaded by the Law and Crime Network 16 hours ago. It already has 549,000 views. And without further ado, original video link will be in the description. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Disturbing new video has just surfaced of Sean Diddy Combs allegedly beating his ex-girlfriend Cassandra Ventura. This is an immediate reaction to this bombshell video. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Hey everybody, this is a Law and Crime legal alert. Google Incognito tracked users off to jump on air here on this podcast on Sidebar very off the cuff. Why? Because a new video has just been released, published by CNN, that purportedly shows Sean Diddy Combs of savagely beating his ex-girlfriend Cassandra Ventura. Why does this matter? I'm going to give you context. You know we have been following everything regarding the Diddy saga for the past few months. We know that Cassandra Ventura, Cassie, was one of the first people, believe the first person, to file a lawsuit against Diddy. She settled with him the following day, but doesn't take away from the allegations that she asserted. Right. Allegations of physical, sexual abuse, physical violence, sex trafficking, sexual slavery. We know that he faces other lawsuits. And if we got
evidence of one thing, who's to say that everything else is cap? If we already got evidence, we got a whole video of you beating up this girl, then everything else, we can't sit up here and put it past you, which no one was putting it past him anyway, but still.
We know that his houses in L.A. and Miami were raided by federal agents pursuant to an ongoing sex trafficking investigation, but we haven't heard anything really about, major legal updates, major things, major pieces of evidence. Sure, there have been legal filings, but this video has now changed the entire conversation. And we're going to go through this. There's only, I want to warn you, so much of what we can and cannot show you because this is a very disturbing incident of physical violence.
Right.
But what it is it actually matches up almost word for word
with what she said.
With the complaint that was filed by Cassandra Ventura.
Oh, man.
I want to bring in right now Tracy Walder, former CIA and FBI agent, frequent contributor here on Sidebar, and also national security contributor here on News Nation. Tracy, your immediate reaction to seeing this, because it is absolutely gut-wrenching and incredibly disturbing to see, in my opinion. What do you think?
I could not agree with you more. It was shocking. Quite frankly, it's not that I ever dismissed any of Miss Ventura's claims. I always have believed her and her claims. I suspect this video was probably used in terms of her bringing up that initial case. I'm also shocked, though, that there's not additional criminal charges as well. This is extremely severe, goes on for such a period of time, and she was clearly very much injured. It is just appalling to watch.
Now, before I mention what we see in the video, going back to the complaint, because this seems to line up with it. In her civil complaint, it says in or around March 2016, and we believe that is when this video is from. I'm just going to double check. They say this video is dated March 5th, 2016. Right. During an FO, now that is referred to as a freak-off, one of these sexual encounters that was described in this lawsuit where Diddy would force Cassandra Ventura to essentially have sexual relations with men in front of him during an FO at the Intercontinental Hotel in Century City, Los Angeles. Mr. Combs becomes extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye. After he fell asleep, Miss Ventura tried to leave the hotel room, but as she exited, Mr. Combs awoke and began screaming at Miss Ventura. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. He grabbed at her, took glass vases in the hallway, threw them at her, causing glass to crash around them as she ran to the elevator to escape. She managed to get into the elevator, and when she got to the lobby, quickly took a cab to her apartment. This video,
and I didn't even read. I've never read that before. That's crazy. That's crazy. That sounds like a horror movie plot. That sounds like like some out of Chainsaw Massacre. This man out here living like Jason Voorhees.
Play by play. So this is from CNN. It says the warning: disturbing images. You see Cassandra Ventura walking down this hallway. She's in a big oversized sweatshirt. And then you see Sean Combs in a towel running after her. And in the elevator bank, this is a hotel, public area, seeming no concern with anybody walking there. He grabs her by the back of the neck, throws her to the ground, and then proceeds to savagely kick her while she's on the ground. Proceeds to pick up her stuff. And
I'm not going to lie, I kind of want to show the video. And I'm going to censor like crazy stuff, but I kind of want to see the video, and then we can go back to this. All right, so this is from CNN itself, and then we're going to go back to Law and Crime.
You're going to show us the video, but first, give us some context on what we're about to see.
Yes, Jake, this is incredibly disturbing footage, so I do want to warn our viewers, as you did. But as you said, Cassie's lawsuit, which was filed in November of 2023 and then was quickly settled overnight, it did open the floodgates. But in that complaint, Jake, she details an incident that she alleged happened in March of 2016 at a hotel in Los Angeles. She claimed in her lawsuit that she was physically assaulted by Diddy. Now our team in the LA Bureau, we have got our hands on that surveillance footage, and it appears to corroborate Cassie's claims identically. Really, Jake, the lawsuit lines up with exactly what we are seeing. So let's take a look.
Here we go, y'all.
New surveillance footage obtained exclusively by CNN appears to corroborate some of the allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video captured on multiple cameras shows Combs wearing only a towel, assaulting his then-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016. A lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video. There is no audio. According to the complaint, Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye, which, according to the lawsuit, prompted Ventura to try and leave the hotel room. The surveillance video obtained by CNN begins as she enters the hallway. The complaint says, as she exited, Mr. Combs awoke and began screaming at Miss Ventura. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. The complaint goes on to say he grabbed her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her. In the surveillance video, Combs can be seen grabbing Ventura and throwing her to the ground. As Ventura lies on the ground, Combs then kicks her twice and attempts to drag her on the floor back to...
He can't come back from this. There's no coming back from this at all. There's no coming back from this at all. There's no coming back from this at all, bro. He needs to be shot. He needs to be. Like, how can you do that to a woman? Forget her being your ex-girlfriend, your girlfriend, period. How can you do that to just a woman? Actively trying to escape you. You over here throwing her to the ground, kicking her, and dragging her. What? This man needs life in prison, bro. He needs life in prison for this alone, bro. If I was her father and I saw this footage, dog, you gotta die. You gotta die. It's like, this whole time, it's been nothing but allegations. This whole time, it's been nothing but rumors. So you still got people that's fans of Diddy. You still got celebrities that's friends with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But after this, bro, if you stand next to Diddy and you as so much as if you stand next to Diddy and you over here shaking hands with him and you're not actively trying to get away from him, then you condone this right here, bro. You condone this, bro. This is terrible. This is terrible.
Ventura is seen picking up a hotel phone. Combs seems to walk back to the hotel room, then returns and appears to shove her in a corner. Moments later, he can then be seen throwing an object in her direction. According to Ventura's now settled lawsuit, the pair began dating several years after they met in 2005. They parted ways in 2019. Combs' attorney said the decision to settle was in no way an admission of wrong in the video, but her attorney told CNN the gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing and predatory behavior of Mr. Combs. Words cannot express the courage and fortitude that Miss Ventura has shown in coming forward to bring this to light. The video hasn't been seen publicly before and comes on the heels of a series of civil lawsuits alleging Combs' involvement in sex trafficking and sexual abuse, allegations that Combs has repeatedly denied. Authorities searched Combs' homes in Los Angeles and Miami in April as part of an ongoing federal investigation carried out by a team that specializes in human trafficking.
There's no lying about this. There's no covering this up. He can't even get out of this like how Chris Brown, like the way that Chris Brown kind of got out of the situation with what's her name, Rihanna. This can't be the same situation. This can't. His career is over with. His career was already over. Like when's the last time somebody said put on that new Diddy? You feel me? Like Diddy, yeah. But at the same time, like there's no getting out of this. He has to face this. He has to deal with this. This has to. You feel me? There's no way he's getting out of this.
In a December 2023 statement, Combs responded to the claims in some of the lawsuits, saying, "Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged."
Wow.
Now, that Instagram post from Diddy was back in December. That was not in relation directly to Cassie. It was referencing many of these allegations and lawsuits that he faces. Now, I have reached out to Diddy's team. We have not heard back from them today. But, Jake, I do want to point out
because they can't say nothing after this.
Deal between Diddy and Cassie. So neither of them can speak. But, again, we're still waiting to hear back from his team. Now, a really great point that you brought up top, Jake, was what is going on in Diddy's world, right? We've all heard stories of Hollywood enablers and enablers in circles.
Hold on. I just wanted to see a video so we can go back to Law and Crime Network and we're going to watch that.
He grabs her by the back of the neck, throws her to the ground, and then proceeds to savagely kick her while she's on the ground.
Right.
Proceeds to pick up her stuff and then delivers another kick to her. He then grabs her by the sweatshirt and drags her. There's no sound to this, but you could almost imagine she's screaming here, but drags her back.
I don't see anyone coming to her aid in any way, shape, or form. And I also don't see law enforcement or hotel staff. This went on, in my opinion, in watching this for a period of time.
And by the way, and the video stamp is, I think it's around 11 in the morning because, Tracy, when you see it, it looks like daytime.
Yes. It does look like daytime. And I guess, and again, I'm not here to shame bystanders in any way, shape, or form. That's not what I'm trying to do. But this was something that was clearly caught on hotel security camera, right? We see it now. I am assuming this was a very loud, raucous event that occurred, as you mentioned, in broad daylight.
You can see after he drags her into the hallway, like he lets go of her and she's sitting there, like, talking to him. Maybe she's yelling at him or anything. I don't know. But then you see later on in the footage, she's throwing a vase and it crashes. You mean tell me no one heard that? But you know what it probably was? The hotel was probably tipped off by Diddy. That's what I think. That's my theory. My theory is the hotel didn't step in. The security didn't step in. The police were not called because Diddy paid them. Diddy paid them to be like, hey, if anything happens, if y'all catch me on camera doing anything, don't do nothing about it. Don't do nothing about it. Here, I'm gonna slip you a couple hundred. Don't do nothing about it. But, you know, some people, that eats you up inside, bro. To know that you let a woman get brutalized like that, and you did nothing about it, that eats your conscience. You can't even go to sleep at night knowing you allowed that to happen. You in a sense condone that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if that happened to your daughter. Imagine if that happened to your mother. Man, a man do that to my mother, I swear to God, you gonna die, bro. I swear to God, you gonna die. You will not live to see another day on this earth, bro. If you do that to my mom, bro. I swear to God, bro. You won't live to see another day, bro. Let me find out you even pushed my mom. It's over with, bro. It's over with. I'm going to jail. I'm crashing out. I know I talk about not crashing out on my channel. That's the only one reason why I would crash out. You put your hands on my mom. Or my daughter. I'm crashing out, bro. I'm going to jail. Lock me up, throw away the key. I don't care.
Hotel security wasn't up there, especially because you have that added layer of Diddy being one of your guests at the hotel. And so there's a higher degree of security that typically comes with that, just in terms of security protocols. And so that would have been in place as well. And so I am not shaming the hotel or shaming bystanders, but I am very surprised that we didn't see a security official on that video.
And it doesn't end there, because then he allegedly pushes her into the corner, right? And he sits down because you could see his reflection in the mirror from the elevator bag. So he's sitting down with the towel on. And it appears, I mean, taking it based on what she said in the complaint, throwing a vase in her direction. Incredibly disturbing video. And Tracy, we were at the point before this came out. Are the allegations of violence true? Some people said they never saw anything like this, but you had continual witness after witness and different complaint after complaint that was alleging very similar behavior. So when you look at this, how does this change the legal framework for Diddy? Because, again, she settled this lawsuit, but there's still pending lawsuits, and there's a pending possible federal investigation.
I think that's actually a great question, Jesse. And this actually just came to mind. Initially, when those raids happened simultaneously at both of his homes, his defense team really pushed back about the use of force that was used by law enforcement. And really, this video just speaks to that warranted use of force. This is someone that has a documented now violent past. And for law enforcement to use anything less than really what they did would actually be outside of their realm of protocol. And so that actually really bolsters that argument that law enforcement did act appropriately in doing what they were doing. But I also think, too, in terms of just the PR, because he is, in a way, at least in my opinion, waging sort of a campaign of empathy for himself, right? And that none of these charges are real. Nothing against me is true. But now you are faced
literally
with this in this
evidence.
video, and it is no doubt Diddy. I'm not in any question of seeing him on that video. And so that's going to be very difficult to spin that.
There's no spinning it. He literally what she said in the lawsuit is word for word verbatim what happened in the video, bro. And it was so heartless. And I don't want to hear nothing about him being drunk. I don't want to hear nothing about none of that. Like, for real, bro. You don't get drunk and just get to brutalizing women. You don't do that. You don't do that. And if that's really the case, that men just get so drunk that they feel the need to just do stuff like that, then drinking needs to be illegal. Drinking needs to be illegal. There's been way too many situations. We've seen way too many videos. We've seen way too many incidents where alcohol is involved and crazy stuff happens like this. Stupid.
This lawsuit against Diddy, I have to imagine her defense team knew about this video. And I also have to imagine this is why he decided to settle. He didn't want this coming out. And we don't know what else there is.
Yeah.
I could not agree with you more. They had to have had this video. I think they must have. I think it's why they settled so quickly. But I don't think he ever imagined that this would come out, to be completely blunt.
Yeah, because you can't tip off everybody, bro. You can't pay everyone for their silence, bro. You can't. With your crooked smile, you can't. That's not how the world works. But some people have morals. Some people actually have morals. And then you got to sit there and think, how many times did these two pop out and show us, oh, look at us, we're the couple, look at us, we're a happy couple, look. And then that same night, he went and he freaking destroyed her.
Settled this lawsuit. You know, his team at the time, through Benjamin Braffman, basically said, I don't want this to be an acknowledgement of any wrongdoing. But Cassandra Ventura's team made it clear this doesn't mean it doesn't take away from her allegations. And in fact, Douglas Wigdor, who's her attorney, released a statement after this video came out saying the gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing and predatory behavior of Mr. Combs. Words cannot express the courage and fortitude that Miss Ventura has shown in coming forward to bring this to light. Your reaction?
Yep. She is incredibly courageous. After watching that video, I cannot imagine what it took for her, quite frankly, to come forward. I mean, he was beating her. She could have been killed. I mean, I know it seems like I'm overreacting, but in watching that video, that truly could have happened. Yeah. And she still came forward. And I think that is absolutely incredible. And it did take a tremendous amount of courage. And I cannot thank her enough, really, for speaking out for other women, quite frankly, who may be going through this. And it's incredible.
Yeah, we don't know how many victims that he got.
So many times these allegations come out and they say, oh, these women are, this couldn't have happened. Why would they stay with them if this happened? This is a money grab. It takes, unfortunately, video like this to come out for people to believe it. Now, let's be clear.
I believe
Sean Combs wasn't charged with a crime. He wasn't found liable in a court of law. But these were serious allegations that were consistent with other accounts. And unfortunately, sometimes it takes a video like this for people to believe that this happened. I'm curious now, with this video coming out, how do you think, and at the time of this recording, this is immediate reaction, how does Combs' team respond to this?
Gosh,
they don't
Jesse,
respond.
I guess
their
the answer
best
to that
response. Their best response is to try and apologize the best way he can. Try to put out the most sincere apology video. But even then, like I said, you're not about to get the Chris Brown treatment, bro. Even though because see, Rihanna, she came out and she forgave Chris Brown. Ain't no forgiving. There's no forgiving, bro. At all, bro.
How you respond to this?
You don't.
I would imagine just being consistent, right? With the other statements that I've looked at that his attorneys have put out, it's very much him being misconstrued by either law enforcement, by federal agencies. And so I have to wonder here if he's going to sort of, I don't want to say play a victim card, that's not the right word, but almost think that he has been victimized by this video coming out. It just seems to be consistent with the statements that he's made in the past. But again, I am completely hypothesizing here.
Some people might look at this and say, if this happened to her, why didn't she go to police, right? Well, in the complaint, in addition, any suggestion that Miss Ventura would refuse the FO, the freak off, or otherwise report Mr. Combs' abuse was met with ultimatums by Mr. Combs, who would say that Miss Ventura could not go to the police because she had a lot to lose. So there is this idea
he was going to kill her?
This power that he had over the people in his orbit. And we saw echoes of this in other lawsuits. Rodney Jones, the producer who sued Diddy for sexual assault and harassment and sex trafficking, said that Diddy would threaten him and he would show him weapons and talk to him about how he was involved in these shootings and these illegal campaigns. And he had these scary people that were working with him. Now we have a better understanding of, when we talk about if all of this is true,
it is
how law enforcement wasn't alerted to it beforehand, right?
Absolutely. I think she 100% feared for her life. What she had to lose was her life, very clearly in looking at that video.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't the hotel release this footage?
Moral.
Back in 2016, I mean, if they see this on their tapes.
Honestly, and again, I am hypothesizing here. I think when you're a powerful person, you can make a lot of things go away.
He said why didn't? He said why didn't?
Release this footage.
He said why didn't?
Back in 2016, I mean, if they see this on their tapes.
Yeah, no, they got paid off,
again,
bro.
I am hypothesizing here.
He paid them.
I think when you're a powerful person, you can make a lot of things go away.
He paid them.
And in my opinion, I think maybe he did not realize in that moment. Clearly was intoxicated or under the influence of something, or his staff realized, oh no, there's a CCTV camera here. We need to get this footage or put pressure on the hotel. Again, I'm 100% hypothesizing. This is all alleged, but I think that's why it's been sat on for so long.
You're not wrong, because now, again, this is an immediate reaction episode, so I'm going back to the lawsuit. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs paid the Intercontinental Century City $50,000 for the hallway security footage from the evening.
Wow. Yeah, what did I say?
That's
what
not
did I say?
Surprising in any way, shape, or
form.
What
did I say?
If you want me to be, I guess, very crass, I'm surprised that amount is that low for a video like that, to be super crass.
Literally.
Doesn't this feel to you that it gives so much support to the other lawsuits?
Yes,
and
it does.
Whether that means he's going to try to settle these now, or I don't know. How does it affect the other lawsuits? Because it makes me feel
why
like
does he not go to jail?
These and not fight them if this is what just came out.
I believe he will maybe settle those other lawsuits. I agree with you in that, but I don't believe the Homeland Security federal one. I think these are two different issues, in my opinion.
Criminal and civil. And civil.
And so I don't think any of the criminal ones will be settled based on this video. I just don't. I wish that was the case, but I don't think that that's the case. But I believe the civil ones, yes, I do think he will be compelled to do that.
Is this a sign in any way, this coming out, this being published by CNN, of anything about movement in the federal case, you think?
You know, I wondered about that when I first saw this video. Again, initial reactions, right? I'm like, are we laying a framework right now, right, for potential charges? Look, when I worked at the FBI, that's not something we engaged in, right? Like leaking videos and those kinds of things to garner public support. So I don't want to get down like that conspiracy road, but part of me does wonder a little bit if this is just to sort of lay a foundation in terms of what we're looking for in the future.
Yeah, it's I'm still kind of reacting to this. You know, it was funny. We did an episode on Diddy and Kim Porter, you know, the woman, mother of his children. And I listened to his eulogy, and I've been following Diddy, you know, for a long time in the sense following his music, and the image that he put forward. This is a completely different person than we have ever seen. And I think that aspect of it is an important point to make, is that these allegations are shocking, but sometimes we don't know who these people really are, these high powerful people, these celebrities, or just individuals in general. How many times do we cover cases where people commit crimes you least expect it? But this... for me, I think there's no recovery from, even if he's not facing criminal charges, if he settles those, there is no recovery from him in order to get back from this. You think he's going to be accepted by Hollywood business?
I would hope there's no recovery for this. Beating a woman, beating anyone is entirely unacceptable. And I do not believe that you should be accepted back into those
in the
circles.
context of the beating. She was trying to escape you because she was in a hostile and a exploitive environment. You know what I'm saying? When you read the lawsuit, it says that he was hosting a freak off where he made her have sex with other men in front of him, and then he gets drunk and punches her in the face, and then she finally decides, okay, yeah, no, I've had enough. And once she decides that, you come out the hotel and you do that? I shouldn't see no celebrity. I don't want to see nothing, bro. Diddy needs to be put on the Epstein Island. He needs to be, you know what I'm saying? Ostracized from Hollywood. I don't want to see him in no movies. None of that. None of it. I don't, bro. He does not need to be able to have any type of career after this, bro.
Appalling.
Okay, Tracy, I have to ask you, 2016, can law enforcement pursue charges? Can they go forward with charges after this?
Please tell me yes.
Honestly, because I'm just now, obviously seeing this, I have not done enough research, to say whether or not. I don't believe statutes of limitations have run out in this. I think they can, but it's kind of up to them.
So if we say this is assault, again, guys, I'm literally looking at this. The statute of limitations for simple assault is 1 year, I think. I don't
think this is simple assault.
Sorry, simple assault. So this would be aggravated, right?
I believe so.
So let's call this aggravated assault. 3 years.
Wow.
I don't know if there's a way to toll it. I'm not sure. But, it's just.
Say it waited too late.
Felonious assault, if we look at what the basis. I'm just curious. I'm literally throwing things out there right now because I don't
When
know.
you say felonious assault, 1 year.
Because he's
felonious assault.
Doing it with a weapon, right? You could argue the bases are a weapon. I don't know. I'm not an attorney, but
no. It's there could be a statute of limitations issues there, but it does make me wonder this, and I'll leave this with everybody. After seeing this coming out, are we going to hear from more people? Are we going to hear from more accusers?
Please
are people who have been silent going to speak out now?
It's a hard thing to say. I've never been a victim of domestic abuse like this, right? And so I don't know how that feels. And I want to be sensitive to whatever women are going through. Maybe this will give some of his if he has other victims, some courage to come out and know that there won't be repercussions from that. But I truly don't know, because I don't know what that feels like.
Well, listen, Tracy Walder, thank you for jumping on to do this.
So y'all heard it here first. Well, y'all didn't hear it here first, but y'all heard it here, man. Diddy, you're a monster. This is terrible. It was all fun and games. We was laughing at Meek Mill and laughing at what's his name? Rick Ross, Biggie Smalls, all that extra stuff. It was all fun and games. We was making fun of them, but now it done got serious, bro. Now it done got sad and got tragic. It done got disgusting, bro. There's video evidence of you completely just. I can't even find the right word for what I just saw, bro. Like that was just horrible, bro. That was horrible. You know what I'm saying? There's no coming back from this at all, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. But if you guys like this video, think it's pretty cool video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the post notifications. Share this video with all of your friends. And send us some guys.
Back against the wall, I never fall, I'm tryna get involved. All the haters get dissolved. Yeah, I know I piss them off. Run up on your whip and throw a cocktail, Molotov. Shawty say I'm super suave, I'm like, that's my brother name. This ain't no Nintendo 64, the girl, I'm not a game. People told me they would be there for me, but they never came.